for tuning in. The panel is going to discuss the Lavar Ball family and the Lavar Ball Circus. That's right, LiAngelo, LaMelo, Lonzo, all of the madness that's surrounding this family and what's going on right now. Tune in and listen to the panel discuss this hot topic. Come on, take a ride with us.
This is going 2 segments, people.
This is a hot topic. I don't even know where to go with this. This is so lovely. So let's talk about NBA. And let's get into
actually not talking about NBA.
The Lonzo Ball. First thing is let's talk about how he's been playing up to this point. And then we can talk about Lavar and the moves he's made with his sons. Then we can talk about LiAngelo leaving UCLA to be homeschooled in college. But what is your take on what's going on with the whole Ball
crazy
situation?
It's just crazy at this point, man. At first I was like he was crazy. Then I started to come around to the things he was doing. But right now, pulling the kid out of college, to me, is insane. Now, I kind of get it why he did it. Now listen to what I'm about to say.
Sneaker deal. Please don't bring
No, it has nothing to do with the sneaker deal.
Okay.
This kid was not going to play. He was probably going to play 10 minutes.
That's fast.
10, 15 minutes tops. Having him coming off the bench in UCLA playing 10 minutes is hurting the brand. So before I let you hurt the brand, I'm going to get you off the TV screen that no one is going to see you on. He was never mentioned. He wasn't one of the 3 sons that he hyped up from the beginning. It was always the oldest and it was always the youngest. So guess what? Let's send you overseas. Let's give you a sneaker. Let's hopefully you can get something going overseas, maybe build a little brand and we could do something from there. But he had to get that kid out of there because he was not getting any burn.
As this is all
foolish move, by the way.
I think I'm starting to side with Mark a little bit more.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason why is, I kind of feel like, and I think Mark, you alluded to, like, nobody's thinking about the kids, right? And this move and everything, how he's moving, in my opinion, from what it looks like, it's all for him to save face. And I think it's a sucker move. I'm sorry. I think it's a complete sucker move because he said, he came out and he was like, we not gonna sit around and wait. And I'm paraphrasing. What are we waiting for? And he not starting? Like, he basically saying like, he better than all the kids.
Wait. He said that?
That's what Lavar said. He said
everyone knew he wasn't starting.
But that's what he said. So my thing is like, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Are we doing this so you can save face now? So you don't look like an idiot? He don't want to look bad. That's what it feels like. I'm not looking and you painted this picture like, I remember when he did the interview about, the whole China thing. He was like, and my son is a 4.0 student. Then why are you taking your son out of school then? Like, so what's important to you right now? I don't know. I'm starting to have
I just told you what was important.
I have a serious problem with how everything's unfolding with this dude. I really do.
Thanks.
Look, man, I'll address all your points. Lonzo's not playing well right now.
Trash.
What do I think about what he did? It's becoming increasingly hard to defend this dude and his moves. But
wow.
What I root for is somebody that's different, that's bucking the system. Because there is no real blueprint to how to do this where you're not going through the NCAA and coming up through their ranks in the way they wanted to do it. So I root for him just off of the fact that he's trying something different. Is it the best way? Is it the most pleasing to the eye when I see it? No. I didn't like the interview with him and his son kind of diamond out his the other players. So it's becoming a little bit harder to root for the Ball family. I'm still pulling for them and hope that they do. I still watch the show. I enjoy the show. I think it's a good show. But it's becoming increasingly hard to root for dude. But I don't have a problem. Look, I told Leaf this too. I've always had a problem with indefinite suspensions. I don't like that. My father used to do things like that to me. Like when I would get punished as a kid, he'd be like, how long am I grounded for? Until I decide you're not grounded no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so what's the end game here, you know? So I agree with that aspect of it, and him being like, What are we doing? Is it 5 games? Is it 10 games? Is it inter-conference play? This is my point.
I feel you.
Right. You know what I mean? And maybe UCLA is like, well, we still haven't decided yet. What is to decide? This is what happened. It's over. Tell me what it is. If it's half the season, I think he just was like, just give me an answer of what it is. Don't tell me this indefinite stuff. So I don't know.
I want to ask Avery a question.
Hold on, I don't get to go.
No, it was real quick because he said something in the interview.
You know I'm really.
Yeah, I know because in the interview today he said that they took away Jello's lunch stipend and stuff like that. When you're under scholarship, can they still do that?
Take away your lunch stipend.
So if they took away if they took away his lunch
got a
stipend,
meal plan.
hold on. This sounds, wouldn't that mean they probably took away his scholarship?
Yeah, that's possible.
They could have rescinded his
If it's a stipend, yeah, they could have rescinded.
Because that's, if you watch the interview, he said that.
But UCLA hasn't come out and said anything.
No, they haven't. But he said that, and that's the part of the interview that caught me. Like, you're under scholarship. Why would they take that away from you?
Is it because he got in trouble? Is the question? Was that a part of the? That may be a part of the disciplinary that he got.
So you can't eat?
No, you still have a meal plan, but you also get an extra stipend on a scholarship.
But listen, you buying Ferraris and all of this.
Yeah, you're right. You can definitely pay.
Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, but let me bring something up, which
here we go.
Hasn't been touched upon. LaVar Ball, every time something doesn't go his way, he takes his basketball
and he
runs. He does.
That's what he does. If you go back to summer league, when with the kids on the basketball court, the ref is doing us wrong. Let's go. My son isn't playing. Let's go.
That's
every
true,
time it comes back.
A lot of it is true, but that. Sorry to cut you off real quick.
No problem.
2 seconds.
No. But that pulling the team off the court with the
referee?
woman, the female ref, that wasn't about we're leaving because of that. It was on the show. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
What was it about?
Listen,
people. He said they made it. The chick was making horrible calls, and
that happens in a baskabasketball game.
The league agreed with him, though.
No, after he pulled them off, they got her off the court.
Yeah, the league because
they got her off the
back the refs. The league did not back the refs.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your point. But you said
because I say it again.
Because we're going 2 segments.
The whole part I keep saying, LaVar Ball is the dude that's going to take his basketball and go home.
Yeah, it's bad.
If you don't pick me, then guess what? Y'all can't play. Because how do you pull your son? And okay, you wasn't going to be starting. You're a freshman. Now, as I heard, 30 NBA scouts, top scouts, do not have this kid being drafted.
We knew.
No, but why is this a surprise?
Yeah, we knew he was.
Look, hold on. LaVar said this himself last year.
I'm not saying
You're probably not going to get drafted. You're going to have to get on a D-League team. LaVar said that, and I want you on the Lakers D-League team. Now, for everyone who thought he was going to start, I had this conversation earlier. Yeah. Who is he starting over? Is he starting over Drew Holiday's little brother?
No.
Is he starting?
Absolutely not.
Is he starting over Hand, who was the third best point guard in his class last year? Is he starting over the All-American small forward that they brought in? No. And the people in front of him, the freshman they had last year who got redshirted, he's going to be the backup small forward. So who is he playing over? If you think about it, he averaged 35 points a game last year in high school. Was he All-American? He was third team All-California. He was a 2-star basketball player. So I don't know why people are so surprised. His pops.
You
hit it right in the button.
Why did he go to UCLA in the first place?
Because it would been a package deal. Look, you take Zoe, you gotta take the middle one, and I'm gonna make sure the little one comes here too.
So even if the actual shoplifting thing didn't happen, you'll still have him coming off the bench.
He's still coming off the bench. No, so that's why I was so shocked the way he acted today.
We may be talking that this guy may have pulled one of the greatest freaking capers
which is
ever.
Dope. Which is dope.
Ever, which I applauded with.
Which is dope.
He pulled the greatest caper ever.
Y'all
you know what I'm saying?
How in the hell is that
No.
dope?
Follow me. No. Follow me.
That dope?
No.
I'd rather have 3 screwed up kids in the NBA. I'll take it.
I'm not saying that.
I kind of get Mark's point.
I'm not saying that, but that's not my point.
Okay. No. That's not my point. But wait. But I want to.
No, let Avery finish his part.
No. But the high arc is always they're getting to the NBA. And I want to tell you right now, the road he's on, teams are not going to want to mess with him. And LaVar Lonzo right now, he's on a slippery slope.
And that's why I'm trying to tell you. he has pulled the greatest caper by getting his son drafted number 2 overall, and he probably should have never been there.
Yo, somebody hit. Yo,
His play backed it up in college.
Caper.
What?
Lonzo's playing college in the back of him.
Not when he went against the better teams, and I told you that before. And I will say this, and then I'm about to say something that's crazy. If you look at all the guards that he was picked ahead of, if you do the draft over right now, he's probably the last one picked.
Not even.
Because I'll take Frank over him.
Not even in the first round, maybe.
Look, man, like I've always said, man.
Should have stayed in college.
In 5 years, possible, but in 5 years, we're gonna see if he was selling Wolf tickets or not.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
All
less
I'm saying,
time.
no. Listen,
I think it's gonna take less time.
what I'm trying to say is, Jello, the Melo will either be in the league,
I got you.
will either be in the league, or he'll be out of the league, or he won't be drafted at all. So it'll be like, yo, 5 years from now, you'll be able to see like, yo, was this dude selling Wolf tickets? 5 years from now, you might see a different Lonzo Ball. You might see Melo in the league. You don't know. I just don't know right now. That's all I'm saying. 5 years is a good enough sample size for me to say, yo.
But I kind of agree with Mark with the thing, like, cause I thought what he was doing, I'm like, yo, what you doing for your kids is dope. But at this point, it's like, yo, you
hurting them more.
You telling the Lakers coaches they don't know how to coach. Now the Lakers they told reporters
the LaVar Ball
do not interview him. Go ahead.
One guy's to blame.
It's called the LaVar Ball rule.
One guy's to blame.
Magic Johnson.
Hold on. And remember the segment.
And he said
I say
too.
Hello.
He said over here too. Because we gonna expound on that.
In the backyard about Magic Johnson going out on a limb and making this move, and people co-signed it and jumped on board with it. And I said, you're going out on a limb because this you don't have any GM experience at all. You going out, you putting all your eggs in one basket.
He put his legacy on that.
He put everything on his kid and put his name on it and said, this kid is going to have his jersey in the Raptors.
It's not over. It's not over for the kid. It's not over, but
it's over for this segment.
It's over for the segment. But we're going to be right back.
This is our take. We're going to keep this conversation going. So, now that Magic Johnson has went out on this limb, let's talk about Lonzo.
Well, listen.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me throw this in there now, because I want to get your take.
He's loving this, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, he's shit.
Lonzo, the number 2 pick, the other night was benched for the fourth quarter. Not for part of it, but for the entire fourth quarter. He played 22 minutes in the game against the Houston Rockets.
Were they still in the game? Like, was it a close game?
It actually was in the third quarter. They was only down by, I think, 9 points in the third quarter going into the fourth quarter. He only played 22 minutes and was not in foul trouble. He had 1 foul. What's your take on that?
My thing with him is this: when I watch him play, he looked like he doesn't want to be there.
I told you, he's not engaged.
There's certain things I'm not even gonna say point guard, as playing a guard where from young, and he's been schooled from because his pops did this. You don't pick your dribble up.
Yeah, I found that weird too. Two dribbles over a half court.
He's picking his dribble up. He catches a rebound and he throws the ball to Brook Lopez at half court.
You're still on that. You're not gonna let that.
What is Brook? Because he did it again the other night. What is Brook Lopez gonna do with the ball at half court? This is a more open game where it's made for the guards to be aggressive.
Right.
And this is the part that kills me is he gets 7 assists a game without being aggressive. Imagine if he would just be. I'm not saying you gotta score. You can still shoot that 28% you're shooting, right, but just be more aggressive.
But that's why.
Let me see you get 7 turnovers.
Mark, that's the argument, Mark. I wasn't trying to say that he should not be engaged, but I was saying that what I witnessed is that he seems like he's not interested sometimes.
Yo, he passes the ball, he goes in the corner. Like, yo,
it's almost like, yo, you ever play with a dude, you be like, yo, son, you got something on your mind today? Like, what's going on, B? Right. Like, yo, you zoning.
It's like they're playing 4-on-5 sometimes.
Yeah.
Good.
I just think, look, his mechanics shooting wise, I don't even know what to say about that. And the funny thing is, I remember watching him in college, And I remember when he played against Washington. And he's playing against Markov Fultz, who gave him the business, by the way.
Yes.
I remember them saying, oh, that's his shooting. And it's not as bad as we think it is. And I was like, yo.
He was hitting his shot during college.
Yeah, but that particular game he wasn't.
You want to know what's the crazy thing? And I think that's why people go so hard on him. Because if you look at all the rest of the guards, Fox, Dennis Smith, what's their biggest knock coming into the draft? They couldn't shoot.
Yeah, they couldn't shoot, right.
Everyone said Lonzo can shoot. He's going to be able to take that shot and still get his shot off in the NBA. And that's what's killing this kid cannot shoot. Like, yo, Banks posted a meme. Some little kid went into the barbershop and asked for the Lonzo Ball, and he just do a bunch of bricks.
Yeah. Yeah, kid's not playing well. He doesn't look engaged. But I think confidence is a funny thing, man. When you don't have confidence, it can manifest itself in the court and stuff like that. Like, you know, where you don't look like you want to be there. Him not hitting his shot, I think, is messing with him a lot. And it doesn't look good right now. What I will say is though, what I'm saying to you is I don't think NBA dudes pull punches. And Steph has come out in his defense, you know, a few other people, and even you know, the commentators, Jalen and all these guys said, you know, they see the skills, but his shot is broken and he got to either get it fixed or he's gonna have to start hitting it.
Yeah, Paul Pierce said he needed 5 more years in UCLA.
Yeah, but they're all nobody. To me, my point is though, nobody's coming out to me and being like, "Yo, this dude, it's over. He's trash."
But can you correct that
though.
shot though? Is that like something that's normal?
You're assuming they're being nice.
Wait.
No, I agree. They're being nice.
Yo.
They're being nice.
Everyone keep talking about his shot, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to throw something at you. In 23 games, this dude has attempted 40 free throws.
This lack of aggression is basically what I said. When your confidence is affected, you don't want to go to the line because you can't hit your shot at the line.
Hold on. So I'm saying again, if this dude is mentally, if you don't have confidence, how are you going to stay in the league like this? And
right
you're
now.
If
Right
you're
now,
mentally broke now, it is only going because what Houston did was illmatic. What they did is they doubled wherever the ball, strong side the ball went, they left Lonzo by himself.
Yeah, left them open. And
he ain't want to shoot the ball.
And the thing I see a lot of people, a lot of ball defenders doing is they're saying, well, look at Ingram. He was a number 2 pick and he struggled his rookie year. Ingram was taken as a number 2 pick and said project from jump.
Right.
Lonzo Ball wasn't supposed to be a project. He was supposed to be a transcending player.
That doesn't mean it's
Playoffs.
accurate though.
Playoffs. He's gonna take us there.
Excuses that's made.
I just kind of felt like, you know, he was this real prolific passer, and I didn't watch a whole bunch of UCLA games. I seen the kid play, but I don't see it.
Kid that's trash though, like Leaf said, man, you get 7 assists a game, and if the aggression comes to the game, if all it's look, I'm accused of being a Lonzo Ball lover or whatever. It's whatever.
That's what that B on your shirt stand for.
That's all fine, but I just think, look, you can be, your confidence can be shaken and your confidence can be rebuilt just like that. You know what I mean? You can knock down a few shots and things can change.
It's actually not.
It's whatever. The point of the matter is though that your confidence can come back when things start changing a little bit.
If I make an excuse for him, I say young team, young coach, playing in the West. You know, those are the excuses I can make for him. As far as his shot, I just don't know how you fix that.
Why do we focus on the shot? And like Leaf said, his game overall, the eye test. This dude comes across half the court and he shouldn't have any because he doesn't do anything with the ball but pass it off to the wing. I mean, I'm serious. Why in the world should he have turnovers?
I would love what his assist turnover ratio.
Hold on.
It ain't Chris Paul's.
Oh wow.
I knew that was coming. He's gonna find a way to bring up Chris Paul.
I mean, yo, 10-1.
He's averaging 3 turnovers a game.
So he's
7 assists.
He's 7-3.
Yeah.
That's not 7-3, bro.
What is it? What is the difference?
It's almost like 2-1.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't know how to do assists.
I'm a high educational, so sorry.
Well, obviously, yeah.
I don't study math.
Yeah, man, the kid's not playing well, man. Yeah, I mean, that's obvious, and that goes without saying.
Call it what it is. He playing like trash. Man.
He is playing like trash. All I've ever
just keep saying he's not playing well. The kid's not playing well.
He's
playing like
he's
trash.
Averaging 8 points a game, like 7 assists, and like 7 boards. That's even playing trash. Those are not horrible numbers for a rookie.
But what's crazy to me is
Shooting 30% still get.
Let me ask you a question.
But you know what?
Hold on.
Go ahead, because I got something to say about that too.
Coming into the draft, was this supposed to be the Lonzo Ball we supposed to see?
No.
Why don't we talk about what we see? I'm not going to focus on just the numbers. Again, he
I
is
told you what I see.
disengaged in the game,
Absolutely.
night in and night out. You don't know what you're going to get from night to night. And again, I'm going to go back to it. The number 2 pick was the bench in a game that they was still in the 4th quarter. They did not get him off the bench, and he was smiling and fine with it.
Listen, Steve Smith said, because he talked about the numbers. Who does Steve? I forgot who he was on.
He has the lowest shooting percentage in the league.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is
among
There
attempts.
was something about NBA history. His shooting percentage is like up there too.
Steve Smith said in this game, because the guy that he was talking to, the commentator he was talking to, was saying, well, basically like what you said, like, yo, he used to average 8.77. Steve Smith was kind of saying like the way the game is transcended as a point guard, as you should get those numbers in your sleep.
Yo,
you
listen.
should get those numbers in your sleep.
He
Being a
should-
6'6" point guard, you should get that in your sleep.
He could easily get 12 assists. Easily. Because you getting 7 and you don't even want to be on the court.
And
There's like a 6'10" point guard that's getting like something. His numbers are something like that.
I like that. I like that.
That's why. That's cool. That's why.
but let me
No, that
throw-
was
You talking about Giannis?
Let me throw something out there to our YouTubers, our people that constantly comment whenever we talk about Lonzo.
Yeah, we
about
got a few of those.
All of
We
the
appreciate y'all.
excuses That
A lot
I
of
on
them.
there.
Yeah, a lot
all
of
the Lonzo is going to work through it, and he's only 20 years old, and all of that. Lonzo's trash.
Yo, here's
let's
enough.
just call
Not
it
going that
what
far.
it is.
Everybody's entitled to their
Call it
opinion.
What it is.
Here's another thing that they did that I didn't like.
Biggest letdown.
They put up Steph Curry's numbers in his first 20 games compared to Lonzo's.
That's
What
crazy.
they left out was Steph Curry's shooting percentage compared to Lonzo's. Steph Curry was averaging 8 points, but he was shooting 40% from the field.
Was Steph Curry
and
starting?
43
He
from
was
3.
starting?
Yeah, he started. He started. So- and
You
that's
know
what
why?
they
You know
left
why
out.
they did that?
Why? To make it look good?
No, because Steph has said that. Steph said that they asked Steph about Lonzo's struggles before the game, and he said, "I hope you don't judge me. I hope everybody ain't judge me off of my first 20 games in the league."
So let me
That's
ask you
why
a
they
question.
made the thing.
Okay. Now let
It's
me ask you a
early,
question.
man.
That's
But-
all I'm
okay,
saying.
hold on.
That's all I ever said.
But they
I didn't
left
say he's
out a
not. I
big
didn't
Hold on,
say.
question. Hold on. Let me ask this question.
All I said was they left out a big part.
But let me ask this question: why is the comparisons always to the dude that's proven and never to the unproven? Why don't we see these posts about the players that didn't make it? Because that's the road.
Because
this
there are a
kid
lot
is
of
on.
players that had similar numbers that didn't make it.
That
Right.
didn't make it, and
So-
you don't never bring that up.
So
That's
Well,
never thrown out
Steph
there.
was almost thought of as a bust at one point.
So
No.
yes, he was.
that's because of
Yes, he
injury.
was.
That's because of
Because
injuries.
of
though.
injuries, not because of the game.
Bust or not? I didn't say why he did. Did I say was he almost thought of a
Because
bust?
you're not telling the whole picture.
Like a
When-
sellout?
When you sit there and say, when you sit there and say, give the whole picture. It's
So-
because of injuries.
So instead of comparing him to Steph, we should compare him to like Jock Vaughn.
Michael Olowokandi.
No, I want to keep a
That's
point
not-
guard.
that's-
I want to
stop
keep a
that.
point guard. I want to keep a point guard.
Stop that, Bob.
I want to keep a point guard. So like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
how about what was his name from Syracuse? What was the Hart kid?
Jason Hart?
Yeah, Jason
Jason
Hart.
Hart.
We compare him to like Jason Hart, maybe somebody like that.
Wow.
Barnes Moulton.
Listen, hold up. But that's what I'm talking about. Always the comparison is somebody that's proven, and this dude is unproven at this point.
It's early,
and
man.
It's always going.
It's
going
early,
this way. It ain't
and-
early. 20 games is
20
told.
games is still
20
early.
games is told
You know what's so
your eyes
crazy though?
what you
You're
see.
saying
still
you're saying
early
it's early
for
now,
number
but if
two
he was
pick.
averaging 17 and 10,
I would still say.
Yo, you know what we need to do? And next time,
I would
listen,
Still say it's
listen.
early. Shout out to my man Jerry.
You know what we need to do?
for the hashtag poise. Poise, people. Let's just.
Wait. You know what we need to
Hashtag
do?
trash.
I think we should do? Get all of the number 2 picks over the last 10 years and compare their numbers. There you go.
yo, we could do that right now.
There it is.
It's all good, man.
Lonzo
Segment's
is
over
like
too,
it
y'all.
Yo, that's our take. All you Lonzo Ball fans,
We
get
gonna
out.
see. We gonna
Please,
see if my man is
trash.
selling wolf tickets in a
Trash
little while.
Bandicoot.
Let's do
It's a
it.
good game though. Peace.
Later.